There's an overdue discussion that we have to talk about, and it's been bothering me for a while. I'm gonna be very honest from the start. I don't like this. I don't like the conversation, I don't like the situation, and I don't like the fact that I have to make this video like at all. RM and J Hope, the two members of BTS, I mean, they don't need an introduction. I mean, they're the biggest group in the entire world, have chosen to publicly support Chris Brown. That piece of shit, Chris Brown. A man with a well documented history of abusing women and men. I mean, they could have been abused if they said something wrong, including Rihanna. A man right now, Chris Brown is on parole. Like, literally, his career should have ended in 2009, but then somehow he still has a career in 2026. And I don't know how to feel because, I mean, as an army, we all thought that RM and J Hope are different. But then again, I've been proven wrong. I don't know why I don't learn even after the tail situation that no one is the same. Like, literally, these guys, I don't know them. Henceforth, I shouldn't act like I know them. I genuinely thought that they were different. These two men, they built their brand on artistry, on empathy, and on being allies to women. They've now joined the list of people willing to look after that way. I mean, I need to talk about the way that this stings so much. Honestly, I feel like you can just feel the emotion in my voice. It stings like a lot. Okay, let's start here because I refuse to pretend this is a secret. Chris Brown's history of violence against women is not a secret, literally. It's not a niche piece of information that only deep dive researchers can only know about. Heck, it's been on Front News, People magazine when I was like a kid. I knew all about it, and guess what? I live in Zimbabwe, Africa. I knew that Chris Brown was an abuser from the time when I was in primary school. Right now, I'm working and I know about it. And domestic violence, literally, it's in every conversation about accountability in the music industry. He beat Rihanna, not allegedly, like literally, he did beat Rihanna. And then instead of fading into obscurity like how he should have been, look at him now. He's still touring with Usher, literally in the big 26 people supporting him. Honestly, it makes me wonder, like, what have we become as a society? And now these two men that I really like, they're now supporting him publicly. Imagine what they're doing in secret if they're doing this publicly. Anyways, back to Chris Brown, because I should keep the format of this video as I intended it to be. Anyways, even after everyone knew that Chris Brown was an abuser, he still continued releasing music. He still continued winning awards and being nominated for the Grammys, VMAs. Like, you know, like, it's like the industry doesn't know that this guy is a criminal. So what makes you think, like, what makes us think that these men would think otherwise? And then Chris Brown, he still is being accused of violence. Like, literally every year it's like it's a new case of him. He abused this person, blah blah blah. He beat this person, he beat his fans. So honestly, I don't think that the fact that Chris Brown is an abuser is a secret within the fandom, or like something almost everyone knows. Because if I wasn't really chronicled online when I was a kid, and I know about it. It just goes to show how much of this thing is like public knowledge. And this is where it starts getting a bit hard to process, because like I spent more time than I wanted on the BTS thoughts subreddit, and I've just seen how much armies, or at least armies, I don't know, they're like supporting BTS and saying that it's not a big deal. But then, like, let me just show you how much of a big deal it is. If you go back to any interview when like BTS is asked like who's their favorite artist, do you know what J-Hope always says? Rihanna. Rihanna is J-Hope's favorite artist, or at least from the last interview that I saw from him. He's always been vocal about his love for Rihanna. He's mentioned her in interviews, he danced to her songs, like he used her music as inspiration. He has spoken her with admiration and warmth. I mean, you know how Jhope is. So tell me how. How does the same man turn around and publicly support Chris Brown? How? The same man who put Rihanna in a hospital, the images they were like circulating around or like of the assault, I'm not gonna put them there because honestly it's just a bit too not safe for work. How do you hold these two things in your head at the same time? I love Rihanna, I admire Rihanna, and I also support the man who beat her. That's J-Hope thought process right now. And it's not even contradictory, it's literally going opposite. It's insulting. It's the kind of dissonance that makes you realize you never actually knew this person at all. Honestly, I thought I did. I was naive. Somebody saved me from my naivety. And people always love to say, okay, this statement I've heard it from like a lot of time. Separate the art from the artist. I've always hear this statement whenever we are talking about a criminal. And like, but when an artist tells you who they support, when they publicly align themselves with someone who has hurt women, that is information. That's a glimpse into their actual values, not the curated personas, not the I'm your Hope, you're my Hope, I'm J-Hope, like literal image. That's the real person, and the real person seems to be fine with the woman beater. That's not a crack in the image. And then there's RM, Mr. IQ. Honestly, RM is my bias. I wish I had my friend with me. I've been an RM bias since 2016, and it feels weird. I never thought that I'd ever make a video about RM and him supporting a woman beater because I thought he was above that. But anyways, RM, the third for one, the one who gives long, reflective interviews about the art and society. If you go on his Instagram page, it's an aesthetic picture of how much he loves the culture, the art, the museums, and the women. He supports women, or at least in his public persona. I mean, look at the songs he wrote. Multiple songs he wrote where he's like, women are the best, wolf woman, yes, we love women. And the one actually collaborated with Megan. You know that song? You know that we never play. Maya, yeah, that Megan. She was shot by Tory Lawrence in the foot. And do you know who supports Tory Lawrence in all of this? Chris Brown. My goodness. Are we surprised? Are we? No, we are not. Chris Brown is a piece of shit. Tolerance is a piece of shit. And somehow RM, he has a song. And you know, like I was shipping them back in, was it 2020? Like when that song was released, like when it was in the army, I was like, my goodness, they look good together. Oh my goodness, black woman. I'm like, honestly, right now I feel bad for Meg. But like, I think she has like 2 songs with BTS. The Butter remix, where J-Hope, where the 3 J's, they did that dance, and then the Never Play with RM, and like the irony, honestly, the irony. And now he's supporting Chris Brown, the same Chris Brown whose inner circle included the men who shot Megan, the same Chris Brown who spent years terrorizing women while facing 0 consequences. It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. Like, make it make sense. I can't. Or at least in BTS thoughts, they can, because it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, guys. It's not a big deal. You know, like, BTS fan base, it has a lot of women. That is not a secret. They have a lot of women fans. And you know why we women were drawn to the fandom? Because we thought it was a safe place. Or at least I thought it was a safe place. Okay, I'm lying. I just love the guys. I wasn't really big on the fandom thingy. I feel like if you follow me, I think like you know that I'm not like a big on like being a super fan. I like the music. I like the art. I like the members. That's enough. I'm not gonna be knowing every piece of detail about them. But then I started following BTS when I was younger, when I didn't have a life and BTS was my life. I know, cringy. She's cringy. Anyways, a lot of women love BTS because BTS has they are women allies. They have not really explicitly stated about them being feminists, but then we have somehow joined the lines together like, oh, BTS are feminists. I mean, they've spoken at the UN, they've partnered with UNICEF, they've made statements about loving and respecting their fans. But when the camera is off, literally when the camera is off, when they're scrolling their feeds, liking posts, following accounts, making the personal choices that reveal who they are, they're choosing to platform a man who has built his career on the back of abused women. And this is the part that actually hurts me a little bit because I think a lot of us believe that we actually knew them. I am with these thoughtful words, Jhope with this self love and this bright smile, Hoppy. I mean, like, we all love those men. The whole the whole group with their message of self-love and resilience. We built a relationship around this man. I mean, me and my best, we are besties because we're busy doing army shit in 2016. We defended them, we trusted them, we saw ourselves in them, and then something like this happened, and then you realize that you actually don't know them. I feel like end citizens, they felt the same thing about that guy Jail, but then I never thought that I was gonna feel the same thing. I'm not comparing their actions to what Teo did, but then if I'm gonna see them take a picture with Teo and post them leaning towards Teo, I'm gonna assume that they support him and support everything that he does. I'm not gonna be saying this and this and this. I'm just gonna assume that, and that is what I'm doing here. They're supporting Chris Brown. They support his actions. They're just like people who might be perfectly fine with things that would make me sick. That's what I'm just trying to say. And like, that's not actually the real wound about this entire controversial situation. It's not that like that they support Chris Brown or that they're supporting Chris Brown, but that supporting Chris Brown forces us to ask what else we don't know. What other choices are they making when the cameras are off? What other values do they hold that we have never seen? What other gap exists between who they say they are and who they actually are? Once you see the crack, you can't really unsee it. And suddenly, every moment of sincerity and you believed in starts to feel uncertain. I honestly don't have a neat ending for this video. I don't have a list like, at least they're talented or we should separate the art from the artist statement. I'm just disappointed, deeply and genuinely disappointed in them. Not because I expected perfection, but then I expected better. I mean, BTS, Real RM has been known for improving on himself. And if 2014 RM could see this, I feel like he would be disappointed in himself because 2014 RM evolved to a much better person, publicly at least. But then why is he now regressing? Honestly, I am just so disappointed, and honestly, that's all I can say. And I can't unsee that, and I don't think I really want to. So if you're wondering why I haven't uploaded this month, I've been going to work. Like, honestly, like, how do you guys handle going to work 8 to 5 and having a hobby? Because I do have a lot of hobbies and I can't even do any of them because I come home and I just sleep. How are you managing? Honestly, enough about my personal life. That is all for today. If you enjoyed this video, honestly, I think I was just going all around the place because I was just like really mad. I was just kind of so disappointed in these guys, and that's all. So if you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.